Hey guys, this is Steve with Orlando Collector Deviants. Today we're on location at Barker Animation Outlet Centers in Daytona at the Tangier Outlet Mall. And we are here with the owner, Adrienne Barker. And say hi everybody.
Hi everyone, I'm here. You're here. Thank you for watching.
And we're going to be going off and on live all day long. And we actually got invited out so we can, you got a very special guest here today.
We do. First of all, huge fan of your live show, and you, Steve, and Trish, and your team. Michael, is it? He's not here today. Graven, not here, but very excited to have you here in our gallery. So very nice. Daytona Beach, we're here. So we have Clinton Hobart. Art is even his last name, Hobart. We love it. So he came all the way from the West Coast. So he comes all the way from Scottsdale. He actually had to teach a class on Tuesday night, and then lucky students that he has. And then he got in the car on Wednesday and got here by Friday. So I don't know how he did 31 hours in less than 50 hours. So it's kind of amazing.
Yeah, because I've done this trek from Colorado to Orlando, and that's not. Well, we had kids, so that was a lot harder.
So I just know how. But anyway, so he's sketching live today, so we're very excited about him. That he's also painting live, so it's a really great opportunity to ask the right questions to an artist to find out what made them so creative. I like to ask why I don't even have a creative bone in my body. I can't even read my own handwriting, let alone paint.
Well, that's like us. We don't have a creative bone in our body either, but this is how we like to share our love of artwork. This is how we like Trish always says, we can't draw, we can't write, any of that kind of stuff. But what we can do is we can promote our love of the art and the industry. So
I love it. That's so true. So our gallery is pretty cool, huh?
Oh yes, I love it. Now with this gallery, I heard that this is all from you guys' personal collection.
So my mom and dad, my mom is Gloria Barker. I lost her last year. We lost her. And my dad is Herb. My dad is the same age as Popeye. If you don't know, Popeye is 90 and Betty is following right behind. She'll be 90 this summer. No, she doesn't look a year older than 25. She's so sexy. But anyway, so my mom and dad started the business back in 1993, and they just had a love for Disney and the art, and they opened up the first gallery in West Hartford, Connecticut. And back in the day, they had the big TV set, and my dad, he's just a great marketing man, and he knew how to explain to people when they got a piece of artwork to have it signed, and he was one of the first to offer interest-free layaway, which we still do to this day. And my dad has amassed all this artwork. And now, it's exciting to open up our fifth art gallery at Tanger. And by the way, he also has one of the largest collection of toys. And there's a museum in Connecticut called the Barker Cartoon Character and Comic Museum, 87,000 toys.
Oh, see, and I got to go there because that's one of my other, besides the artwork, I love my toys.
I love it. Right in the middle of the state, too. So wherever you go. It takes about an hour and a half to go drive through Little Connecticut. You'll hit us in 45 minutes.
Last time I was in Connecticut was over 20 years ago. I was in the Navy, so I was stationed there at sub school.
Oh, yes, New London.
Yep.
Oh, thank you for your service.
Oh, thank you.
That's amazing. That's awesome.
So yeah, I went to sub school there, and then my first boat was out of there. So.
Oh my gosh, I love that.
So, I know a little bit about Connecticut.
Welcome you home, little Cheshire, Connecticut.
So, now I love, and everything in here is for sale, correct?
Everything is here for sale except during the week when my dog Pickles is here. He's absolutely not for sale. That's the only thing I say. You can't have Pickles. We have a half off of our literature, aka comic books.
and what you guys saw on the live walkthrough that I did. Hey, John, it's good to see you here. Now we might not get quite the people that we usually have. Usually we're on a Thursday. There's also Infinity Con going on up in Lake City, so a lot of people's up there. But I can't forget, you forgot to remind me. I have to do one special thing. They're not going to watch the show right now, but it's going to be a little bit later. Happy 9th birthday, Andy. I told your mom I would do a shout out for you today. Hope your birthday is great and hope to see you soon.
Happy birthday to you.
His mom is my boss at my work.
Nice.
And we've been together for almost 7 years, almost going on 8 years. So I watched him grow up.
Oh, that's sweet. That is sweet. 9 is a cute age. 9 is fine.
He's getting to that age of he went from cute, now he's becoming a butthead.
9 is fine. 10 is when.
But Andy is one of my favorites. So I like I said, I said we would do it. Now she was talking about it. I am over here in my favorite section because she, like I said, she not only has the artwork, she has the comics. She has a whole section over here, the comics, different stuff. Like there's Bone, the Warlord. I see Teen Titans, Alpha Flight, Moon Knight. So they have that. Over here we got Funkos. Behind us we got the NASCARs and cars. He even got Pokemon for everybody. And there's everything. And you see, and she has it next to even some of the great art. I was trying to make sure I got some artwork.
That's right. That's Leonard Filgate. Right behind you is called Ripsqueak. And it's a story, very sweet story about a mouse. And the artist is Leonard Filgate, and he is, creates books and a whole bunch of fairy tales. His work is beautiful. We had a lot of cool artwork here.
Oh, yes,
actually,
you do.
Did you see the Tim West piece with? I know it's hard to see now with the Bart Simpson's primetime TV.
Oh yeah, Trish, you wanna?
Yep.
See.
I'm sorry.
Oh no, that's fine.
It's such a cool piece. I'll tell you the story about this piece because
And I love the little misses up there.
Todd Goldman.
I grew up with the Mr. and Mrs. Okay.
You're doing it beautiful.
Yep. A little bit more and a little up. That way they can see the misses up on top too. Right there.
So artwork is meant to inspire. It's very passionate, and it's okay if it makes you angry. So yes, we've had people come in and really feel angry at Miss Anorexa, but we say good. That's okay. It's okay to feel a little angry at a picture. That's what Todd Goldman was all about, is trying to stir up some emotions. I loved his I'm an attorney so I can lie. Oh, it's so great. So right below it, see The Simpsons?
Yep.
So very cool piece. So Tim West did 375 of these. He numbered them, he signed them. They were going to go into a new store. The store wasn't able to take the order. My dad had called me at the time. I was living in Celebration, said, will you go and look at these and see what you think? And I remember going, and I was like, Dad, like, just buy them. They're so awesome. They're just the coolest. It's like a sculpture inside the artwork. And the price is amazing for it. We're the only ones that have it. And it's getting limited, but come on down. We'll give you a great price. It's really a beautiful piece. And it's two ways, because sometimes someone wants to show them how cool it is so you don't have it framed. And then when you have it framed, it's also even better.
Oh, yeah. One of my favorite pieces that when I was walking through, and I showed you guys on the live walkthrough, is that huge one you have. You're not going to be able to see it, Trish.
No.
So you might as well come back. It's that huge one you have in the middle of everybody at the pier.
Oh, so that's Betty Boop and Popeye Spoonin'. That is sweet. That's Charles Fazzino, very famous 3D artist. So his work is incredible. So very happy to have that piece there. So each artist really has a story. And my dad has friends with all of them. And so often he, gave a friend, he helped to support them in the beginning of their careers. And that's really what my dad developed to be such a great entrepreneur with art galleries and well-known around the world. And my dad also donates a lot. So my dad has an ileostomy, and so he's been in a lot of hospitals. So he knows how, when you spend time in a hospital, how a plain wall, because bare walls aren't sexy. Right?
Oh, yeah.
Cover your walls. We don't like naked walls. They just turn us off. So my dad will donate a lot of artwork to the hospitals and to various nonprofits. And after September 11th, my dad actually donated a piece of artwork from Melanie Taylor Kent called the Statue of Liberty. It was a rededication back in 1986. She was commissioned by Lee Iacocca. This piece of artwork, so beautiful, framed, value of $1,000. I remember after 9/11, we lived in Connecticut, so it was right there. And my dad had said, we need to get artwork. When things have settled, we need to get artwork, and to thank the first responders and to get artwork for the kids so they have something. Because one piece of artwork on a wall can make a difference. So I think they're up to about maybe $3.5 million. My dad's still giving, and that's just the joy that he and my mom had. As a matter of fact, at one point, my mom had a glows room. It was a beautiful room in the school system for the kids where they could go in, and it had all the artwork and dolls, and my mom did the whole room up, and it was like a peer mediation room for the kids, for the girls. in South Florida.
Oh, that is awesome. See, and then I hope to one day when we get up there, because we've collected a lot of art from the local artists, because that, well, like I said, when we were talking before, it's one of the whole reasons we got into this, because of the artists, and it was helping. What we're doing is trying to help the local artists and everybody get a further reach. You know, they all do good on promoting and everything. We just thought we could help, because here in Florida there is about at least 3 to 10 different events every weekend.
Wow, yeah, you're right.
So, and not everybody knows of all the events. So that's what we actually started. We kind of started as showing everybody the all the events and where people were going to go to, because we had become friends with a few of the artists, like local artists, really good friends. And then we were so used to seeing them at a convention after convention. Then we were coming up, well, we didn't see you here. They're like, well, we didn't see you here. So that's when we started.
Oh, that's interesting.
Because they started getting used to seeing us all the time. So it was like, well, where were you guys? So, now look, we got everybody. Lance Footer. Okay, Lance Footer. He's going to be out here in April. He is a famous artist.
Ooh.
He's a featured artist over in Daytona Beach Comic Con. You know Tom.
Oh, I love Tom. He's a nice man.
Lance Footer is out of
Lance.
Georgia. He loves Disney. He is a cover artist for, have you seen the comic book Fairy Tales?
No.
Okay. Well, he does cover art for them. He does awesome Disney art. He is a really good friend of ours. I don't know, you watch the show on Thursdays. There's a Wonder Woman that's on my wall of originals behind. That's Lance Footer.
Lance
Yeah.
Footer, you nail it.
So he's going to be up in Daytona, so he might be somebody like in April you want to talk to.
Lance, you're always welcome to come in if we can help support you. Whatever you want to do, that's fine. Absolutely.
He is his artwork is great. And he's almost blind.
Oh, that's so okay. Wow. So a lot of questions on that one.
Oh,
wow.
yeah. Hey, there he is. Hey, Lance.
Oh, hi, Lance.
We're not being kind, Lance. You are a great artist. I mean, I've been following him around for a couple years now.
Was Lance born with vision issues, or did it something that happened?
I believe Lance. Correct me if I'm wrong. I believe it happened over time.
Like a degeneration, or I can't think of the word.
I believe so. I could be wrong, Lance, and if I am, please correct me. But he also, on top of that, but he doesn't let that stop him at anything.
Of course not.
He was born with it. I'm sorry.
Got it.
He rides bikes competitively.
Nice.
I mean, he used to be he was doing for USA Olympic team, if I remember. Like I said, Lance, you gotta. It's been a while.
Lance.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That sounded weird. You gotta Google Lance.
I do. Wow. That's a hip word to say nowadays.
But he is awesome. He doesn't let his eyesight bog him down in anything. He is the best at everything he does. I mean, that's all great. I can say. Lance, when you're in Daytona this April, 3-time national championship with the biking.
Congratulations. That's amazing.
When you're out here, Lance, you got to stop by this store at outlet malls here in Daytona. We can talk more a little bit later. I can give you more details and introduce you to Adrienne.
Love it.
His artwork, we have a lot of his artwork.
Awesome.
But that Wonder Woman
I know
is
exactly which one you're talking about, because I was oohing it when I was watching it.
Yes. Yeah, that is original, because that wall, when you see that's all my wall of original.
Oh.
If you would have saw my videos before we moved, I still got because I haven't left the house completely. I still have a lot of artwork I got to bring over.
Okay, gotcha. So you still
transferring. My wall of originals was huge before, and now since we moved over, I kind of started with the newer stuff that we've gotten to put up there.
Artwork gives you really a lot of satisfaction. It's a beautiful thing that you do, Lance, to make people happy with something so visual. I think it's just amazing, and it helps people. There's so much to it.
Oh yeah, and like I said, Lance, when I saw him on here, Lance is one of just the artwork he does. It has just inspired me. I love it. And
does Lance live in the Orlando area?
No, he's out of Georgia.
Oh, Georgia, that was very nice, very nice.
But he gets to come down here because I know Disney is one of his favorite places to go. So he gets to make a trip out here every once in a while.
That's awesome. That is awesome. Can't wait to have you here.
I
Checking out what Clinton's doing over there. I love it.
Oh yeah, Clinton's doing some live painting here, guys. If you're in the Daytona area, even if you're not, drive over. If you're in Orlando, it's an hour. Lance, South Carolina. Guys, see, Lance, I'm just like really screwing up on you today, and you can smack me in April.
So much for being good friends with Lance.
Yeah, I'm not good friends with him at all. I don't know anything.
South Carolina, Georgia, come on, so close. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, actually it is. I mean, if you're in Augusta, Georgia, you just like sneeze and you're right there.
Right, that's so true.
But what I was saying, guys, it's an hour away. Yeah, you can laugh at me, Lance, all you want. We're out here. Clinton T. Hobart's out here. He is famous Disney artist, Marvel. He's doing live painting here on the spot. We can't really show what he's doing with that, but we will have him come back here.
Top secret.
Yep, it's top secret. So if you want to see it, you have to show up in person to come out here and see it.
You know what else we have that's really cool that I think that people get a kick out of? I'll share the story with you. So about 25 years ago, my parents had the opportunity to buy cells, and they love commercials. We grew up in the advertising business. And so if you look, you see some of the Coca-Cola and Budweiser. Okay, so they were able to buy a whole lot of them. These are actually what was used in the making of the commercial. So if you remember the Budweiser, we have the horses, and then we have the lizards, because you know what they say about the lizards? The lizards could have been huge. They just weren't. We have the frogs.
Well, if they were huge, they'd be dinosaurs.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, every time I talk about the Budweiser, for some reason, I just feel like it. Okay, so sorry about that. And then Coca-Cola. So we have actually a very large section, actually, of all of them. So we own all the rights to this artwork for advertising, which is very cool.
Oh, yeah.
And then we have some of this, like from the comic strips, Kathy and Beetle Bailey.
Yeah,
My dad was friends with Mort Walker for years. And so we have these comic strips of publishing art that we've had, and that's fun too. And actually those make great gifts because we can put a plate on it. So we've got some great corporate gifts.
See, and besides Popeye, Beetle Bailey is one of my favorites. If I can find a Beetle Bailey comic, I always end up buying it.
So fun. So they're all numbered. So actually they're very collectible. Oh, something's flying overhead. I love the sound.
Oh, see, and we live close to the airport, so we're used to this every day. It's like
we could actually hear out here. We heard the cars from the Daytona 500. That was cool.
Oh, that's awesome.
I just got a kick out of
that. George and Alice Weston, they're good friends of us. They own, along with Lee, they own Living Dead Comics in Orlando.
Oh, I got to go over there. Okay.
That is our home comic book store.
Oh.
So, hey, George and Alice, hope you guys are having a great Saturday. It's actually beautiful over here.
Yes.
Nice and not too hot, not too cold. So it's a great day to come to Daytona, stop by out the outlet malls and come in and see everybody.
Who needs the beach?
Exactly. Well, the beach is still a little too cold. You want the
beach
water?
Is cold. The sun is not good for you. Go for an hour and then come here.
And they got sharks.
Yeah.
There we go. Sharks.
There you go.
Jellyfish.
Yeah. That's a fishtail.
And I'm sure if I look somewhere on the wall, you might got something that has sharks and jellyfish in it.
We got a piece of artwork that's so funny. When you go to take a look at it, it's with Myron Waldman. Okay, so I was telling you, we love Popeye. We love Betty Boop. They're 90 years old. But Myron was well known. He was the one that worked with Max Fleischer for Fleischer Studios to put Popeye on the commercials. And then he painted this really cool fish. And then he's got the horses too. And they look like Sweet Pea. So when you have a minute to take a look at it. But Myron lived till he was 97 years old out of New York. So if you are an artist, artists live a long life. So I am jealous of all artists. They got a great future ahead of them.
Oh yeah, and it's that intake of caffeine. Because that all artists I know are always with the. I'm not interrupting. Okay, George says he's at the St. Lucie County Fair in Fort Pierce, Florida, and Alice is with him. Alice is his wife, and Lee is running the store.
Who's Lee? His daughter or family?
Lee is his son.
Oh, Lee. Oh, sorry.
And because on top of owning Living Dead Comics, George runs like all the county fairs from Florida all the way up north.
Are you kidding me? That's amazing.
That's his what he does all year long.
Wow, George, that's incredible. If you need a promotional products supplier, I'm one. Thought I'd throw that in there because I've been doing logo merchandise for 35 years, so I know it like the back of my hand.
And Lance says, yes, go back to drawing. Okay, Lance, thank you for stopping by. Come on, check on. We're going to be, like I said, we're going to be off and on all day over here because after we're done with Adrienne, we're going to take a little break and then we'll have Clinton come back. And then George says that the store looks amazing, lots of very cool stuff. And Lance is the real deal because they know Lance because he stopped by the store.
Can't wait to meet Lance.
So
I think everyone that you talk to or meet is the real deal, in all honesty. You've got such great people surround themselves. Someone great will surround themselves with great people. You can see that with the two of you. You got just great followers, great fans.
We've tried. We don't like for us because we're not talking about us. We're talking about
you guys should talk about yourself. You guys are great. You're wonderful people too.
We try. As you see, our interviews aren't the normal. Okay, you were born when. I like to just talk and.
You're off the cuff.
Yeah.
You are off the cuff.
Let's just talk and be comfortable with each other and go.
Are we supposed to model something here though?
No. See, everybody always wants me to do a script, and I don't like a script. No. Steve is a rock star in our industry. Thank you, George.
That's awesome.
But I like just being normal and like I've done interview with Lance before when we were first starting, and when I do with the video camera and that, I don't like to edit because I like the people to see the real you. I
agree with that. One shot. I always say, I call it take one shot. That's it. I just want to do one shot. But I actually had a radio show for a while called Adrienne's P's and Q's. I've had it for 2 years because I went to school. I didn't know etiquette, so I went to school to learn it because there's a saying, if you want to learn something, teach it. So I thought it makes sense. I might as well teach it because I didn't know how to eat properly. Teach you a little tip: slur, solid to the left, liquid to the right when you go to eat. But anyway, so I did the show, but it was always same thing, off the cuff. It was just read me a question, and I like that better than I can't work off scripts.
Oh yeah,
one take is the best.
And to me, everybody when they do the interview, they cut it, they edit it to what they want. I want, like I said, I always want the people to know the real you guys. I want
love it
that. Anybody can be fake on the interview. Like I said, when you cut it and edit it, I'm only showing you what I want to show of you.
Exactly.
I would rather show everybody who you are.
I agree.
And that's the whole thing. Because when you cut and edit it, I can't show the love that you're showing right now. Everything. Every time you talk about a piece, you can just see the love in your eyes, and that's
because my mom.
And she knows know the history, and I can just see the love you have in all this. So that's why I love that you invite us out because.
But it's all new to me. Retail is completely new to me. The whole feeling of it, how to work with people. I talk too much. I got to learn to stop driving people out of the store. Blah, blah, blah. But I do. And you know what? I get to honor my mom every single day because I get to talk to her about this is my mom and dad. So I'm so lucky that I get to do this every day, no matter what takes place and no matter how many 12-hour days. I'm actually just proud that I could do some 12-hour days and still be like awake the next day. At my age, right? I'm like, wow. I still have it in me.
You're like what, 32?
56.
Oh no, you're 32.
Oh, I love you. Don't show my daughter.
Oh.
I had her at 44 actually.
Oh.
So I'm an old mom. Yep. So if you have any other questions about anything in the store that you want to know about, let me know. Because, I do. I know every single story. One of my favorite pieces, Looney Tunes.
The Looney Tunes.
Because the kids don't even know.
Can you turn that one back?
It's killing me. I'm like, name the characters. I'm lucky I get Bugs Bunny, Twitter. It's Tweety Bird, but okay, if you know what is Twitter. What else can you name? You name them for me.
Oh, I got Yosemite Sam. I got Speedy Gonzalez. I got Grandma. I can't remember what her name is. Tweety's owner.
Granny.
Grammy. There's Daffy, of course. Drew Sylvester. Elmer Fudd. Porky Pig. The only one that I don't think I know is the one that's right behind Yosemite Sam in the middle.
Yes. Okay. Good. Yep. Okay. So. Mm-hmm.
But I grew up on Looney Tunes, so
they took Looney Tunes off the air. It was just like not. I don't know what the story was that kids' parents thought that it was
too violent.
Too violent. And then I love the story about Speedy Gonzalez. I was reading, so when Speedy Gonzalez came out, they thought that they took him off the air. They thought the Hispanic community would be upset. And the Hispanic community said, absolutely not. We love him. Put him back on. So this thought sometimes to not have a character because there's an assumption. So that's a problem. We all assume. We got to stop the assumptions. Just do what you think is right and believe it. But I love that piece. It's such an inexpensive piece. I mean, in all honesty, for $160, you get a beautiful piece of artwork that is a model sheet. So that's how Virgil Ross. There's only 4 artists that could ever do Warner Brothers: Chuck Jones, Friz Freleng, Robert McKesson, and Virgil Jones. So the thing is that when you have something, Virgil Ross, but when you have something like that, now when one character goes to do it, they use the model sheets to make sure that they're kind of talking about the same thing. Like with Betty, you think about it, all the artists had to make sure that Betty had her garter on the right leg. So that's why model sheets were so important, to make sure that as the cartoon characters would evolve, how would you make sure that they were evolving? So some of the original cells, those were what's popular with the models.
And see, that's funny that you talk about that, because I don't know if you know Legend of Zelda. Yeah, I'm sure
a little
you
bit, but not.
Well, if this was brought up to me from an artist a couple years ago, that if you ever look at the artwork of Link from Legend of Zelda, he's always left-handed, except for in one game they made him right-handed.
Oh, wait, on purpose or an error?
I think it was an error, and then they just went with it. But that's the only game and only set of artwork that he's right-handed.
Oh, I love that. How many people out there actually will love to look at the flubs? What do they call them when they on the movies when they make a mistake?
Oh yeah.
My son would pick it up. Rudy. Oh my gosh, he's 23. He lives in Tucson, living the life. But Rudy would literally, he could watch a show and he'd be like, "Look at that! Look at that!" And I was like, "What the heck?" And that was before you could rewind. He just had that kind of memory. He knew exactly what the flubs were.
Well, actually, faux pas. The film faux pas is what we call them.
Oh, I love that film faux pas.
But we actually caught that. I'm not going to say the show that it was. We were watching a show last night. Well, because it would actually be a spoiler for some people.
Okay.
So, but it's supposed to be set back in the day. Well, I had to pause it because our son was sitting behind us just yakking. I was like, okay, we're gonna stop it while you do. And when I look back, there's a security camera like what you have up there on one of the buildings. And I'm looking at Trish. I'm like, look at the security camera that they got.
Oh.
It's one of the present day security cameras, just like I said, what you have right there. And it was right there. They didn't. I don't know if they caught it or if they left it in just to leave it in. Because the guy's at a phone, a pay phone.
Oh my gosh, like, that would make sense.
Yeah, he's at a pay phone, and like I said, if you look up in the corner, there is security camera, just like the round ones, the LED.
I love that.
It's like I'm showing it to Trish. I'm like, look.
I love that. Or where they have the different here. Oh, I love watching that faux pas. They're fun.
And you know what? I probably would never have noticed it had I not paused it at that moment.
Oh, that's funny. Wow.
And like I said, waiting for my son to quit with his story, I'm just kind of looking there. I went to start. I'm like, wait a minute.
I love that. Hey. Hi, welcome. How are you? And we told you that we have a wonderful artist here at Clinton Hobart. Please go over and say hello. And we're coming live. So if you want to say how great the store is, I think we all don't mind hearing that. I appreciate that. I love that word. Cool. It's different. Yeah, we're bringing a little piece of, well, it's funny because this is really the first time here in the Volusia County area. This is our 5th art gallery. So 2 in South Florida, 2 in Connecticut, and we're here. So it is really exciting to have a store like this. It's very unique, and we're excited to be part of the community. The other thing is, some people say, well, what's going to set you aside with your store? What's a little different? And I know, your fans will understand this, and your friends, is that we want to be part of the community. That's important for us, to really be a fabric, like the old cliche, fabric of the community. Yeah, we want to be that. We want to get involved, and that's why collaboration. That's why the minute I got here, the first person I called was Tom. Well, okay, I didn't call him because I'm cool, and so I Facebook messaged him, and he's cool too. So Tom Facebook messaged me back, and the next thing you know, he was here, and I'm like, whoa, you're fast.
Oh yeah, Tom is the godfather of anything going on in this industry in Florida.
And somehow I just knew to connect with him. So he's amazing. But I think that's important for us, is to be, I'm looking forward. I'm hoping to be serving on the Halifax Arts Board, getting involved in the different communities. So that's important. So bringing Clinton here today to us really means a lot, because it's allowing local people to come in and meet a Disney artist and get a sketch for a really fair price. That's where are you going to get a beautiful gift that's so custom? I mean, how many times can you get a personalized gift for someone that really is the character that they love? So,
oh yeah, because we were looking, and if you guys don't know, not only does he do the Disney stuff, she calls it the snack food art. I call it the junk food art. I mean, my blood sugar went up just looking at some of it. But he does everything. It's not just Disney art. He does portraits. He does waves. I mean, I looked at some of his wave stuff. He does everything, and he has a couple good stories behind him too. So I can't wait till we get him over here.
Have him take his pictures with you. So it's very cool. I agree. That's what makes an artist, though, too. So Clinton, I don't know if I'll mention this, but so Clinton, my parents really love Clinton, and my mom really. I remember Clinton's come to quite a few Thanksgivings with our family, and my mom would take him in the corner, really talk with him, because she always felt he was like a son to her, and they just wanted the best for him as he was starting to learn, and they were giving their entrepreneurial spirit to him. I actually have a man who is going to be writing the book. Caesar Vicara is writing the book of my parents, and he wrote a book called Robert is Here, which is a very popular book. If you go down to South Florida to Homestead, the last fruit stand you see is a fruit stand called Robert is Here. Robert is a great story, and so we met Caesar through another friend, and we're very excited to have a book about my parents, because that was the whole thing, meeting these artists and not only making friends but supporting them and helping them, so that 26 years later they could still have and open another gallery. It's amazing.
That's cool. Now, how long have you been here in Florida?
So I moved out of Connecticut in 2006, moved to the town of Celebration, and for some reason I knew I was just going to last there for 6 years. Literally, I just did 6 years. And then I moved to Aventura, which is down in South Florida, and then I became international etiquette and protocol. So, and then I took myself to Tucson, Arizona, and worked for American Cancer, and loved that, and then went to China and got a little screwed over by the guy that was hired me to go over there. So I had to leave China and came back to South Florida. My dad was talking about opening the gallery, and I'm like, ooh, I never worked retail before. I'm 56. I'm gonna do it. Yes, Dad, because you know what? I am a lifelong learner. So, and then I just knew the steps to take. I worked for American Cancer and Muscular Dystrophy Association for Jerry Lewis for 10 years. So I had enough experience with events. I've served on a lot of boards. I've done a lot of community involvement. I sold promotional products for 35 years, still doing it now. So in my mind, I'm like, how different could it be? So just a rejection. I was, people come in and sell, and you kind of live that whole, people coming in. But other than that, I've been here. We got the keys on September 10th. My daughter and I lived in a hotel for 2 months up the road, the Holiday Inn LPGA. So we couldn't cook for 2 months. We had to eat out, and it wasn't really good. And then literally October 26th, we opened the door. So in 6 weeks, we had laid everything up. I had 100-pound shelves fall on me.
Oh.
Yeah, they got boobs because they were so painful. They literally hit me right here. I had my dad's like, did anything break? I'm like, just me. That's literally the reaction I got. Did anything break? I'm like, oh my God, I'm dead. But and then so October 26th, we brought in Tim Rogerson, who is a licensed Disney artist out of Willis in Celebration. He came in, and then it's been a wonderful ride ever since. So Love it. Love it. Now we have we have Maria, our director. We hired David. We have Grace for a couple hours. So there's 4 of us that run the shop. You have to stay open while Tanger is open. So that's kind of like the toughest when you're in a place like this. Whereas, normally a gallery like this, you could be open 11 to 7, and that's great. It's not killing you. And I could work those hours, but the hours are 9 to 9. So I can't do 12-hour days consistently 7 days a week.
Oh, yeah.
Or do you think I could? I don't know. Am I wrong that I can't?
No.
Sometimes I wonder.
I'm even like in my day job, I used to be able to when I was younger do all that. As I've gotten older, no. It's like that's why I have other people that can do that kind of stuff.
It really is hard. Sometimes I question that. Like, am I the weak one? I don't
know. No, as we get older, we get smarter, and we know we don't have to kill ourselves to do it.
Yeah.
We'd love to do it, but I just don't think our bodies tell us more what we can and cannot do
That's
anymore.
the thing. I did the 12 hours yesterday, and I was pretty proud of myself, but I definitely needed to rest a little bit more this morning.
Oh, well, I've done where I've done 16, 20 hours. I've done a lot of that in my real world job to get stuff done. And I did that last summer, and my body paid for it.
It really
I ended up in the hospital.
Oh, no. Wow, that's
So,
scary.
Yeah. So it's one of those, we'll leave the 12 hours for younger people.
Yeah, good. Okay. Well, I feel good. So that's my story. That's my, that's who I am. Raising a daughter. Oh, I just got to tell you really quickly. I have a 35-year-old son, Alex, 2 tours in Afghanistan. He's amazing, having a second little baby boy. And then I have a son in China, Sammy, who's in Shanghai. He started a set for set. He started the mace business.
Oh, that's cool.
It's the warrior workout.
Uh-huh.
So very cool, called Set for Set. And then Rudy's in Tucson, and then my baby. So that's me in a nutshell.
Cool.
Selling art.
Now, to learn more about you, what's your favorite food?
Oh my gosh, I love sushi and anything raw and oysters. And I need to find whole belly clams because I'm really dying for them. Please send to me in a package.
Let's see, we'll give you the address here shortly.
I could eat sushi every day, literally.
Okay, now, because I see all the different artwork, what is your favorite character or?
Okay, so my favorite art, and I'm surprised it's still here. I think that it shows a lot of my character, but I'm keeping it on the wall here and I'm not taking it home. George of the jungle, strong as he could be. Okay, so it's a piece over there. I love it. I love this piece. It's like not even the most expensive piece, obviously. I wouldn't even go for the expensive, but I just love it. But what I do have at home, because when I moved from Tucson to China, I sold everything that I had. Everything. I sold it all so I could go to China with just a suitcase. And so I had to have some pieces of wall in my art because naked walls are unsexy. Cover your walls, please. So I have the piece from Tim Rogerson, which is Captain Hook. It's got the tattoo of Mom because when he finished it was Mother's Day, and he's like, "Oh, I might as well put a tattoo of Mom's Day on the sleeve." And then I had Narnia, the lion, but then I sold one, so I had to take it off my wall. That was a sad day. And then I have a Disney Bambi. So actually, every time art is sold, I have to have a few minutes alone with it, just because it's sad.
Oh,
you get used to it. Okay, a funny story. So this piece called The Tear, it's big. It's like over 4 feet by 4 feet glass.
The Snoopy.
So The Tear, so I had another one called Are You Talking to Me? Yep, see that one?
Right there.
Okay, so there's one called Are You Talking to Me? So my dad was watching on the gallery. We're wrapping it. It's very exciting. It's one of the larger purchases that we've got. And he's like, Adrienne, what'd you sell? And I'm like, are you talking to me? Yeah, 10 minutes later, that conversation was really not. It was like, who's on first? He's like, why are you asking me what? And I'm like, are you talking to me is the name of it. And he kept thinking I was trying to be like a snide little 4-year-old. And I'm like, no. So anyways, that was funny. So I'll always have that memory. Oh, right next to it, the piece right there that has a 3, it's underneath the Looney Tunes. Yeah, okay, so let me just share this with you. This is kind of cool. 1995, HBO, Fairy Tales Ever After, with Whoopi Goldberg. What they did was they changed the whole fairy tale around. So this was, Geppetto was Will Smith, and it was done in like the Dominican Republic. And so that is not only the cell, but you could see the model sheets before. It's like, actually, I had to really look into the whole thing, and they really had a successful series. Just that one, 1995, they did this. They just turned the fairy tales upside down. So we only have one of these, but really cool for the person who gets that. And again, the pricing is like when you come here, the studio price, that's what you would find if you Googled it, what the studio has. Our outlet price is discounted to make it very affordable. So there's really no reason for someone not to not only have a beautiful piece of artwork, but a piece that you could treasure and hand down as a gift to your family members. Because that's, really, I could go to Kirkland's and buy a nice piece that I love for $40, but it's not something you carry down. It's not something that's a gift that you can will to someone. Our art, you can really will it to someone.
Oh yeah, I mean everything is original here, guys. I mean, I love.
We have serigraphs too. We have some, but they're still.
Well, it's
limited.
still original, limited. I mean,
yes.
It's not that you can go to any corner store and pick it up. I mean,
Sure.
this is the artwork that we love. Yep. Hey Trish, can you turn back to us real quick? Sorry. See, guys, I'm only drinking cherry Pepsi today. I'm being sober because I'm driving.
I love it. And I can't drink because I burped, and that's a problem.
Well, like I was telling you earlier, I've cut my caffeine pretty much out of my life except for Saturday.
Nice.
I do 1 cup of caffeine on a Saturday, and then that's
Supercharged Saturday.
Yep. Well, it's always one of our busiest days, so I have to keep it going.
I love that. Love.
So I should do it on Fridays because our shows go to like midnight on. Because you've seen our show.
Oh, that's so funny. Yes.
Because it's usually from 9 o'clock to 11 o'clock, and it never was meant to be, but it caught on so well, and then I have to actually force it to shut down at 11, or we can just keep going and going and going. And then, of course, after the show, we're sitting and we're talking, and and my son, he's a senior in high school, and he has to be up at 5:30 in the morning to get to where he was being picked up for the school bus.
Why? I thought the high schoolers need to sleep later.
Oh no, they go to school the earliest from everybody.
Oh, that doesn't make sense, but okay.
Yeah, at least in Orange County, that's what they do. I mean, that's so
crazy.
School starts at like 7:10 in the morning, and for the bus to pick them up and all that. Yeah.
Okay.
So we do the show on Thursday, and I'm back up by 5:30 in the morning getting my son going. So that's why I might have to change my caffeine day to Fridays.
Yeah, but then you have to get ready for bed.
Yeah.
Because then it keeps you up. I don't know what to say. I definitely can't give anyone advice.
Okay, so now a little bit more about you. Favorite show?
Oh my gosh. Okay, so I love. All right, so I do like Survivor. Now, this season I'm actually enjoying. I love This Is Us. I really enjoyed. Did you see the Escape from Dunmar? The one with the prison, the Netflix one?
No, I haven't
I'm
seen
like
that one
so
yet.
eclectic. It's so weird. So that's really great. That was a story about the 2 men that escaped from like upper New York, Clinton. Oh my God, it was like a series, really, really good. Oh, The Haunting Hill. I like scary ones too. American Horror Story. Oh my God, huge Gaga fan. Love her more than anything because she's such a beautiful and sweet soul. But American Horror, I haven't missed one. I have to watch it live. And let me think. And I really like 911, and I like Hell's Kitchen. I'm telling you what I say. I look like
you saw her face.
Hell's Kitchen, and I love Lifetime Movie Network. Like I could literally get hooked on a Lifetime Movie Network, and I go down the rabbit hole of Facebook all the time. Like literally, there was a show about Victoria Gotti the other day, so now I want to watch. Like I really don't remember. I don't want to sound stupid. I obviously knew who they were, but I really don't remember during the time. I didn't concentrate. Now I'm kind of more like intrigued by like what was really taking place. And her book was all about like how great her daddy was.
Oh yeah.
So I'm like, okay, I have to learn more about that. So I'll actually literally watch a Lifetime movie and then I'll go down and like start reading the books. So
didn't you used to have a TV show called Growing Up Gotti?
Yes, but
Yes.
But I don't watch I don't watch reality shows like that. Like I'll watch Survivor and Hell's Kitchen, but not.
I don't usually watch the reality shows that much, but I remember we used to back in the day. We'd watch the reality. Hell's Kitchen is about the most I do for the reality, and I still love it back when it first started, where he called people bloody donkeys and all that. And now he's more relaxed over the whole.
Yeah, and MasterChef too. I love MasterChef.
MasterChef. I like MasterChef Kids. That's the
Loves Junior. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I definitely like TV, and then I like watching it, and then go like following the people on Facebook. I should write a book going down the rabbit hole because that's what I do. I'll stop a movie and like double check everything and see if the facts are correct.
Now, you said you like horror stuff. Have you watched the new Sabrina on Netflix?
No, wait, is that really scary?
It is not the Archie version. This is a dark version. This is, yeah, it's not like scary, but you know the Archie version of Sabrina where it's all light and happy and all this. This is not. This is dark. This is adult. This is.
Oh, okay.
This is where they are real witches and there's sacrifices and there's this and that. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Did you see The Haunting of Hill House?
Not yet.
I really, really like that. I shouldn't watch horror movies because I'm the one that has scary dreams that wakes up and has a very wicked imagination.
And see, we usually like it where I have a DVR full of stuff that we've missed all season because when we come home from our day jobs and we're doing this and
You'll watch it. That's awesome.
So, and then we try to catch up. Like Doom Patrol is one that we haven't missed because we have the DC network.
Okay.
And so we never miss that because they put out a new episode every Friday. But other than that, we will play catch up. It's like, oh, we don't have an event this weekend. What are we going to watch?
Oh, that's so funny. My dad's favorite one, so when I was with him, he loves, it just escaped me. It's the one, it's the, oh my gosh, it's escaping me, sorry. It's about when you're older and you have a collection and you don't, who can help me with this one? When you don't, Pretty Blonde Woman, I think it's on CNBC, and she, forget it. Wow. 56. That's what happens with the brain. Oh my gosh. I forget it because I can't think of it. But it's when you have a collection and then you don't know what you're going to do with it and what who's it going to go to? What do you have? So it's all these people that have gathered and have amassed these huge collections and then they're just not sure. So she comes in and she kind of saves the day. She talks about it and figures it all out for them, who they're going to give their donations to.
If you find out the name of that, because I'm like in that pickle right now.
Okay, can someone help me with this?
If somebody out there knows what it is, and if you find out what it is, get hold of me. Like I said, I'm about in there. I'm actually getting ready to sell my pops onto eBay.
Oh, wow. This would be someone that has the most incredible collection. I actually wrote to her and she didn't write back. I don't know why.
Well, I understand.
Are you looking to sell your whole collection or are you going to do it onesies?
I'm going to probably do it in lots, but my collection is close to $50,000 of pops.
Wow.
And it's costing me more to store them than it is to have them. So
right. That's the problem. Yeah.
And I used to rotate out what I had displayed, and it's just this.
Now, talking about collectibles, it's interesting. So when I'm learning, my parents like the watches. Watches are great. People have stopped wearing watches and now they go to their smartwatch. Is that a smartwatch?
Yeah.
So people go to the smartwatches. I think having a watch on your hand actually does make sense because if you're in a meeting, you don't want to like pull out your phone so you can see the time. It's kind of rude.
Yeah.
So having a watch, but watches are definitely something that kind of goes up and down. And then even these, the Hot Wheels and the NASCARs, I constantly have to keep an eye on the pricing of them to make sure that I'm staying up and down because something can, the driver could be what brings it up, whatever it may be. I'm still new to it. So if you have any collector's tips.
Terry McLover, I've had a few collections over years, costing who knows what, moved house and gave them all away due to lack of space. I've done that before when we moved from Colorado to Nebraska at one time, and now I kick myself in the butt because that collection of comics is now priceless. I had the first appearance of Deadpool. I had that whole collection because I had liked.
You gave them away or sold them?
Gave them away. I was trying to show her because Trish is a big pack rat. It's a hoarder now, is what it's called. But it's like, look, if I give away some stuff, you need to give away some stuff. So we could do this because we were moving to a different state.
You just never know. You got good karma. That's why you guys are doing so great. You have good karma, but yeah, you can't.
Yeah. And I sit there and it's like, oh man, everything that is now worth everything I had.
I know.
I had stuff. I don't know how much in the sports you are, but if you knew Bo Jackson from back in the day, he was one of the first ones that played football and baseball. I had autographed stuff from him, everything. Like,
I know. It does come down to storage. It's funny when people come and tell me their story about like what they've had, especially if they see something in the store. It's usually a matter of grandma, grandpa, mom or dad like got rid of it, brother, sister destroyed it, or moving and lack of storage. That's it.
and now my kids are sitting there. Oh, who gets the stuff when you guys are dead? And it's like, you know what? We're only in our 40s. We're not dead yet.
Really? Can you put your name? Can you put our name on the bottom of it, please? Little sticky notes that really last.
Well, my son likes being a smartass. He's like, well, you are going on a flight, to Chicago. Things happen on airplanes. Do you have your will ready before you go?
You told me not to say that when I'm about to get on an airplane.
Oh my
I'm a
God.
little over dramatic.
I could understand.
And Terry, thank you for coming on. I hope you're liking the show. Yep, somebody is. But,
I love pressing that button.
actually, I like pressing it on the other side.
Yeah.
I don't always get to get it because sometimes you see our show, we start going and going and
I love
going. And, but let's see, what else? Okay. Now, you're in Florida now. Are you, Tom. So are you going to start hitting a lot more of the convention scenes? Because like I told you, there's like 3 to 10 events every weekend.
I know. So I think what we're looking to do right now, because we're here, is to take, like, if Lance had a piece of artwork and he wanted to have us represent it in the gallery, we would be pleased to do it. So we have right now, we have my brother Steven's father-in-law, a Marine who lives in the Naples area, but born in Meriden, Connecticut. We have his coastal artwork. And so love that. So if you have anyone that an artist that's looking to have a piece of art in a gallery, we would love to be that source for you. That's absolutely fine. I don't know what I would do in a convention. What would I do? Because to bring the stuff and sell it.
Well, no, I think just kind of promoting the store. I mean, even if you brought a couple of the art there.
Yeah, I guess it makes sense.
I think at certain ones that you would actually, you would do good.
Okay, so I just need that advice. So thank you. If you can just manage me a little better, that'd be great. Because I'm open to anything. Like the one thing in life is you just can't say no. I don't have dinosaur thoughts. Like honestly, I have to say that I don't think that some people say we've done it this way for 13 years. This is how we do it. I make sure I don't think that way. I want to stay up on social media. I want to do what's best. It's just it's all retail is new to me. So learning what stores make sense, or in the beginning with Tom, I just wasn't sure where I would be with the collectibles that I have and how much I have to really do the show. I loved. I didn't get to go to his Comic-Con that he had here, though I gave tickets to a customer. But I went to my first one. I got to meet Alan Bellman.
Oh my gosh! Isn't he great?
I follow him. I do remember The Last Detective too, but his story. Did you ever read Timely Confidential? Wow. I wanted, when I met him, I'm like, okay, you have to meet my dad. So it's very sweet. So they've kind of so my dad is 90, he's on Facebook. Alan is 94 years young, and he's on Facebook. So when people say, oh, I don't do social media, I'm like, because they're too old. I'm like, that's kind of weird because 90-year-olds are doing it now. That's how you connect. But he's so neat. And then I got to meet, do you know Glacier Ornsberry?
I don't.
He's really, really cool in South Florida. Really, really cool. Actually, when you go to you're right, because every single artist you meet, they're all so unique. I would love to sit down and interview them too. So I'm glad I get to watch them because they really all have a story to share. But there's one artist, I can't think of his name. I don't know if you met him, where he took the iconic pictures of Marilyn Monroe, and then he puts the superhero of the time, and he kind of puts it into the artwork. Have you seen that?
I don't think so.
It's really cool. So the kids now are only learning the history of iconic photos, but then they learn what that superhero was of that same era.
That is awesome.
That's awesome, yeah. That was a Sunrise Comic-Con, and that was it. I have to go to more. I really haven't done any more.
Well, if you ever need to know someplace, we always know pretty much for the whole year where everything's going to be at.
And I have a lot of respect for cosplayers. Like, I didn't even know what that was, but once I learned and I sat through a whole documentary so I can learn about it while I was at Sunrise, I was like, okay, it makes so much sense. It's so nice to see how good it is for people too.
Oh yeah,
It's really great.
it brings out a different side of everybody.
Yeah.
The normal person who's kind of shy and timid can go into cosplay, and they're a whole different person.
I love that.
One of our good friends and followers, he has autism, but the cosplaying helps you. First of all, you would never know he does in the first place.
Got it.
But the cosplaying, he has done wonders with himself over the last a few years, and he has his own YouTube channel now. He does movies with the cosplaying stuff. So he is actually really great.
That is sweet.
But
yeah.
the cosplaying has just helped him, and
I
to
love
reach
that.
out. And like I said, with the cosplaying, a lot of people, as long as it's done right and it's done for the right reasons. Because there's cosplaying that's not always for the right reason.
I'm going down that rabbit hole later. What are the wrong reasons for cosplay? Google that. Sorry. I just really I'm so okay, because it's all so new to me. It's so new to me. I just love it. And Alan Feldman was speaking, so that's amazing when I got to see him. So he was talking about his life. And then I bought the book. I was really impressed. Crazy that he left timely and didn't have one thing of his own.
Oh yeah. I just
get the book if you haven't gotten the book. I don't get any credit from Mr. Alan Feldman, but get the book.
Well, him, and there's a few others that we've met, but he's like one of the forgotten fathers of the comic industry. I mean, he is the original Captain America to me. He's the
I love that. Yes.
And I actually have a Funko Pop of the World War II Captain America that I actually had him sign, because that's like,
do not get rid of that one.
To me that is his Captain America.
So how do you have all those separated? How so now you have to go through each one to make sure you don't have that one in the midst of what you're selling?
I on some of it, I have those, but my signature collection I have displayed differently.
Okay, gotcha.
Because I have ones that are signed that I'm not getting rid of. I have Stan Lee signed. I have a Punisher that is signed by almost everybody who's ever worked on a Punisher.
Whoa.
I've got Chuck Dixon. I got John Beatty, Mike Zeck, even Jim Lee.
All these bought at a Comic-Cons?
Huh?
All these bought?
Well, no, this is one Punisher that I've had everybody sign.
Wait, so you bring it with you?
I bring it with me.
Oh my gosh. So I love the movie, by the way, The Making of Fun.
Uh-huh.
And because I didn't know anything about Funko, obviously, so I watched the movie so I could understand. And then, so that's interesting. Now, have you ever gone to get the ticket to actually go in a Funko booth at a?
I don't talk about that one because it makes me cry.
Oh yes. Okay, so good. We don't mind tears. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
but it was a great. There's a whole reason. I had actually won the lottery at the last Star Wars convention that was in Orlando. I'd won the lottery. I got to go into the Funko booth. It was the same day our good friend Scott Fenster and Amber were getting married.
Oh.
So, of course, we went to the wedding, and so Scott and Amber, I know you guys watch these. It's not a decision I ever regret, because you guys are my friends and family, pretty much. So.
Oh, so what happened to the lottery ticket? What happened? Oh, you can't, wasn't like transferable?
It's not transferable.
Whoa. And what would that have gotten you?
I would have been one of the first ones in to get the exclusives for the Star Wars Expo.
I just don't get it why Scott and Amber wouldn't change the wedding date for you. I think that's just incredibly rude. Who are these people that want to change a wedding date for one person?
Wow. No, because they've let us into their life. Like I said, they're family now. So we were there the day they got engaged on the set of a movie that he was working on.
Oh my gosh, I love that.
So,
Scott, your work is amazing. I've already been down your Google. Wow. And if you have any sculptures that you'd like to have here, we would love that, or any pictures or any masks but oh wow. So I was always wondering what that would be like. Well, keep trying, right?
oh yeah.
Maybe you'll get it again because you have good karma. So,
And it's one of those that if it happens, it happens.
So what does the booth look like though at a Comic-Con? Is it as exclusive as the show? Like literally you're okay, let me just ask. So you're waiting online, so you buy the tickets, you have to wait online to get in, to wait online to see if you're able to get it in order to even see if it's available.
Well, no, if you win the lottery, you're actually in line. There's other people who want to be in line that get kicked out of line because they don't have the
so
ticket.
wannabes are
Yeah.
Okay, but then you got
you have the guaranteed. Now once everybody who's guaranteed to go through, then the other people can come in. It just gives whoever wins the lottery the first shot.
Now, once you go in to get that, so really, how they sell out often of what the?
Sometimes they do, because sometimes now they put limits on what you can get. But back in the day, you could go in and I want to buy 20 of these, I want to buy 10 of these, and because you get the flippers. The people
that's
come
hard.
back.
How are you, sir?
Great. How are you?
Very good. Literature is half off, aka comic books.
Do you have anything on Wonder Woman?
I just haven't read them yet, so I'm not sure. I don't necessarily. They're older ones. That doesn't answer you either. I don't know. We can.
Just thought I'd ask.
I know it's so bad. I really haven't had a chance to read all of them to see. Is that awful? We could pull some over and put them on the and you could go through them.
Do you want to
I
try
don't
moving the
recall
camera
seeing
this
that,
way
yeah.
so we can get in there?
I'm fine. This is.
You're sweet, and we told you that we have Clinton Hobart here.
Did you go, ladies? Where's she at?
Now, by the way, Clinton can draw a Wonder Woman for you. Always trying to sell.
Oh yeah, that's. Don't worry. Like I said, when I was out before, I was doing the live walkthrough. I was trying to get people to come in.
I love it. Did we? Hi, how are you?
Wait, did you see this Dumbo?
No. I'm looking for Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman. Hi, I'm Adrienne Barker. Now we can have Clinton can draw you a sketch of Wonder Woman, sign it, and
Were you at the flea market at all?
wait. Daytona.
Yeah.
I have gone to the flea market in Daytona.
No, were you out there?
Oh, no.
Okay.
No.
I know there was somebody out there that did or something like that.
Oh, well, we told you that we have very famous Clinton Hobart over there, which is a Disney artist. He came all the way from the West Coast for his East Coast tour. Amazing artist.
Where are you getting? Thank you.
Oh, you're so sweet.
No, you're right. They don't.
Oh, we have how many? We have I know we have one cardinal in the back. Our cardinals are beautiful, by the way. And then we have one that we could put in the box for you.
That's what we were trying to do.
Oh, okay. So Dave, you're looking for the cardinal? Oh, good. Because excuse me, everyone.
Oh, no problem.
Okay, beautiful.
And as you guys know, this is live at the store. So, she is the owner. She does have to sell. So, but there, as you hear, there's all kinds of comics over here, collectibles. You only see this. You've seen the artwork that we have shown you around the way that she likes to talk about. Once again, Clinton T. Hobart is here. He's doing live painting. He will do sketches. He will do everything. Come on out if you're in Daytona. And Terry, I didn't finish reading what you had over here. It's not a bother. Found the link through JB Art, Josh Bauer Artist Fan Group. Josh is one of our favorite artists. We've been following him since we started. We knew Josh before Josh knew Josh. But and thank you, Terry, for enjoying the show. We will have Adrienne come back here in a minute, and then I think we'll kind of finish up a little bit and get ready, maybe catch us a little quick bite to eat, and then come back with Clinton. And then we will also be interviewing another employee, David, over here, and see how he likes working here and his favorite stuff, and we'll go from there. Hey Trish, can you do me a favor? Because you didn't do it. Can you tag the artwork of my Twitter?
Yes.
Because you're supposed to be please tagging that stuff for me when we're talking.
Minor real world emergencies.
And I want to thank everybody who has been watching us. I know people watch us the next day or after. Come out here. This store is open 7 days a week, Monday through Sunday. They are out here. Even if you can't afford, like, I want this piece over here that is $200, you can do layaway here. And I don't think you can do layaway on the Funko Pops, but they have like everything here. I mean, they even have some like onesies or something, I think. Show me one of the Celebrity Ducks.
Yes, that's what I was going to show you.
Okay. Do I know who that is?
Do you know who that is? I don't know who that is.
Pork Chopper. We got Celebrity Ducks over here.
Roger Clemens.
Roger Clemens over here.
That one's funny.
Okay. And the Cowardly Lion Duck. Okay. And you know what? I'm probably just gonna because she got really swamped in here, guys. So I'm gonna cut it down for this episode, and
Because putting these birds back in the box.
we will, like I said, we will take a quick break. We will come back and do the next show after we get something quick to eat. We will talk to you guys later. Peace out. She got busy, so we'll have her on again before the end of the day. Bye, guys.
Mind your way with that.
Oh, no. I'm in your way. Don't
No, I
worry.
was trying to find it. You got one.